the Firebird accidentally fell into a human iron net. Ivan originally planned to present her to the king, but he was deeply touched by a tear of molten lava rolling from the bird's eye. Seeing the divine bird looking so pathetic and helpless, Ivan felt a surge of deep compassion. He decisively untied the heavy iron net. Regaining her freedom, the Firebird was like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Her entire body erupted with dazzling flames. She gave Ivan a gentle nod of gratitude. Then she turned into a blinding flash of fire and soared straight into the sky, before leaving to repay him for saving her life. The Firebird left behind a feather infused with the breath of life. It was a token to save his life in times of deadly peril. Ivan wanted to take the feather back to the palace to report his mission, but unexpectedly he was dragged straight to the execution ground by the guards upon his return. The reason was very simple. He had disobeyed the royal decree and privately released the divine bird. This gave the king the perfect excuse to legitimately get rid of him. Facing the trial, Ivan pulled out the feather. He tried desperately to explain that the Firebird had become his friend. However, without the protection of the flames, the feather was now completely dull. It looked even worse than an ordinary chicken feather. This caused the entire crowd to burst into roaring laughter. Feeling mocked and humiliated, the king flew into a violent rage. He could not be bothered to listen to any more excuses, and immediately ordered Ivan to be beheaded on the spot. Ivan was pinned down tightly on the guillotine. Just as the sharp blade was about to drop at the very last second, that dim feather suddenly burst into fierce flames, immediately followed by a clear and resounding phoenix cry echoing through the clouds. The Firebird had sensed her dear friend was in danger and arrived just in time from hundreds of miles away. Under the incredible gaze of everyone present, the divine bird circled once and landed steadily on the tip of a tower. She showered the entire royal city with a warm and blinding divine light. The crowd instantly erupted into thunderous cheers. Everyone finally believed that Ivan was telling the truth. The Firebird was revered as a holy bird, and Ivan instantly became an undisputed hero in the hearts of all the people. The opportunistic king had no choice but to put away his arrogance. He pretended to show the demeanor of a wise and just ruler, not only promoting Ivan to a higher rank, but also rewarding him with endless wealth. However, Ivan's ever-growing reputation made the king feel like he had thorns in his back. Seeing the former little stable boy now basking in boundless glory, the king was so jealous that he could not sleep at night. He secretly plotted to fabricate an impossible task to completely eliminate this huge threat to his throne. Early the next morning, Ivan received an outrageous royal decree. The king claimed he wanted to marry the legendary Cloud Princess. Ivan had to travel far to the extreme cold lands of the north, climb to the top of the world where not even birds could fly over, awaken the princess, who had been sleeping for 1,000 years, and bring her back safely. If the mission failed, he would have to pay with his own head. Facing this deadly ultimatum, Ivan had no other choice. He could only step onto an unknown journey once again.